that I'm thankful that you came tonight and so happy that you took some time to be here. Okay. Now, this is a pet show, and we started off the same way every week. We do a little trivia with a version of somebody's pet. It doesn't always have to be a cat. Sometimes people have something that's a little creepy and crawly. And by that, I mean, we've had some people who have tarantulas on this show in the past. And so, guess what tonight we're going to do? We're going to have a little spider trivia. Yeah, you're going to learn a little bit about the spiders tonight, everybody. I know some of you are like, hold up, kitty. We don't like spiders, we smash them. But some people have spiders as pets and they love their spiders a lot. So, always that part, right? I know, Fred, I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. So we're gonna do a little spider trivia tonight. And then we have a special guest. He is down in the comments. Please make sure you favorite him. And then after that, Cat's Roar does Pets in the News with all of us. Okay. So that's what this hour looks like. I want to encourage you guys to always favorite each other in the comments and always make sure you come up here and favorite these amazing gifters on the little bubbles up here. Okay. Please make sure you hit each other with some love, you know? A cutie pie, hi meow. Okay, so let's get started with some spiders. All right. Here's the spider trivia. How many species of spiders are there? How many species of spiders are there? Is it 38,000, 48,000, 28,000, or 18,000? That's a lot of different kinds of spiders, everybody. So, I mean, you may, oh, yeah, castle with the 48,000. Is that right? Yes, it is. Good job. Ocean. Yes, there are more than 48,000 different known species, right, of spiders, found inhabitants in all over the world. All over. Thank you, football mom. So what is the lifespan of the leg span? That means how long their legs are of the world's biggest spider. Yeah. The world's biggest spider. Is it 10 inches? Is it 18 inches? Is it 16 inches? Is it 12 inches? Or is it 14 inches? What do you think? We got some 12s. How does he know so much about spiders? It is 12 inches. The Goliath bird eater belongs to a tarantula family. Yeah, I know. It can have a leg span of up to 30 centimeters, which is 12 inches, a body length that's up to 4.7 inches, and can weigh up to 6.2 ounces. Native to upland rainforests, regions of like northern South America. So think Colombia, think places like that. The local cuisine is prepared by singeing off their hairs and roasting them in banana leaves. And the flavor of this spider has been described as being shrimp-like. So some people eat these spiders, you guys. Yeah, that part. Hi, Mama Cass. How many spiders are there on 1 acre of land? So per acre of land, how many spiders are in your yard? Okay, folks. Mama Cass, you live out in the country. I wonder if you know the answer. Is it 1 million? Is it 100,000? Is it 10,000? Or is it 1,000? How many spiders are there on 1 acre of land? Okay, 1 million. Let's see. Fred! Yes, the earth contains an average of 1 million spiders per acre of land. Yes, thank you, Ocean. And that number might be closer to 3 million per acre in tropical countries. Yeah. It is estimated that a human is never more than 10 feet away from a spider, ever. As in ever. Right now, go look around 10 feet around you. They're saying that there's a spider somewhere, spirit's telling, like they're looking at you. They want to come and see you. Hi, Zigzag. Yeah, 1 million per acre. So yeah, something to think about. All right. What is the world's most poisonous spider? Is it a Brazilian wandering spider? Is it the daddy longlegs? Is it the Sydney funnel spider? Or is it the brown recluse? Well, hello, everybody. Hello, welcome in. The brown recluse? No, it's not that. The daddy longleg? No, no, no. So that leaves the Brazilian or the Sydney. What do you think is it? I'm going to go with the Sydney, and I was wrong. It is the Brazilian wandering spider. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the most poisonous or venomous, if you will, spider in the world is the Brazilian wandering spider or banana spider, also called a banana spider. Its venom is so potent that just 0.006 milligrams can kill a mouse, making it the most active neurotoxic venom known of any spider in the world. Wandering. W-A. What color is spider blood? Some of you are expert smashers at smashing spiders. But what color is it? Is it black? Is it red? Is it blue? Or is it yellow? What do you think? Thank you, KK. It's black, blue, red, or yellow. Oh my God, there's so many. Okay, let's try blue. Red! In humans, oxygen is bound to hemoglobin. Then that's a molecule that contains iron and gives blood its red color. Okay. In spiders, though, oxygen is bound to something called hemocyanin. Yeah, hemocyanin. And it's a molecule that contains copper rather than iron, making their blood blue instead of red. Yeah, that part. Yeah. I know you guys are not about this spider topic, but I'm trying. I'm trying to make you enjoy it anyways. Okay. How big are the world's largest individual spider webs? It is getting into that spooky Halloween season soon. How big are the world's largest spider webs? Is it 25 meters wide? Is it 18 meters wide? Is it 10 meters wide? Or is it 20 meters wide? How big is the world's largest spider webs? I see 25. Is it? You are correct. The Darwin's bark spider, that's what it's called, a Darwin's bark spider, was discovered in Madagascar in 2009. It's hard to understand why nobody noticed these spiders before in the world, because a single web of one of these spiders can span a river more than 25 meters wide, and the silk is the toughest biological material ever studied by researchers. That's over 10 times tougher than anything that's similarly sized. Yeah, it's even tougher than Kevlar. So wrap your head around that part. Hi, Steve. Welcome in, everybody. So yeah, so that spider web is even more like tough than Kevlar. That is incredible. Am I right? That I am right. All right. All right. What nuptial gift do some male spiders give female spiders before mating? Okay. Spiders do a little courtship as well. They do a little something. Is it feces? Is it dead flies? Is it venom? Or is it vomit? I see all kinds of answers. Is it feces? No. Is it dead flies? Somebody said flies, and you are correct. Dead flies. So, a study in the journal Biology Letters singled out nursery web spiders as the species best known for giving nuptial gifts from males to females. Male spiders present their female partners with gifts of insects, mostly dead flies, wrapped up in intricate webs, and mating occurs while the female consumes the gift. Something to know. Okay, that's the end of pet trivia tonight. You are welcome. Okay, you are welcome. I know you're entertained a little bit. Now dead flies, they wrap themselves up and give it away as a present. So if you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. Meow Me's make each one wanted. This is a featured pet show here on the Me platform. Now, the next part of this show is not about pet trivia, okay? It is about the pets instead, directly. And we always try to have a featured guest, a special guest that brings their pets on to share with all of us here in the community. Tonight, my special guest is 10. Please request the box. And we are going to get started with getting to know something about him and his pets. And he's going to share with us all his pets and his life. So I'm really excited. Welcome in, and everybody. Hello, 10.
How you doing?
Good. So we are going to ask you a little bit about your pets. Now, we saw the flyer and it looks like you have 2 cats, right?
Yes, I
But
do.
tell me what your cats' names are and like how you got a hold of these cats.
How did I get a hold of the cats? That's an interesting story. My cats. I'm a male. I'm a sports fan. Thank you, football mom. I selfishly named both my cats after my 2 favorite hockey players.
Oh, okay. What are your 2 favorite hockey players?
Well, it's funny because I have little pop-ups of or pop-its of them as well. I'm a big Boston Bruins fan, but can't see them that well. I'm a small screen, so I named my one male cat Bergeron
Bergeron?
after Patrice Bergeron, who's retired now. And the other cat I named Marchand, who I was told was a male when I got her. So now she's stuck with it. And I named her after Brad Marchand, which is another one of my favorite hockey players, who's no longer a Bruin.
Okay, so you're a Bruin fan as well. So, all
Yes, ma'am.
right. I mean, I like it. I had no idea that you were such a huge hockey fan that you named your cats after them.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
so tell me, where did you get the cats?
well, back during COVID, I was living with my ex at the time, and we decided that I should get my own cat. She had 2,
Okay.
and I was really loving on her cats a lot, and they were starting to come to hurt me more than her. So she's like, just get your own cat." So that's where I decided to get Bergeron, and I actually got him from the same woman that she got her 2 cats from.
Oh,
She's
okay.
she basically has a bunch of cats that run around outdoor, get pregnant, come back, have kittens, and then she sells her kittens off for like $40 a piece. And yeah, so that's where I got Bergeron. And then, well, the reason why I said X, we broke up. Oh, awesome! Give them a moment for that.
Thank you, Steve.
Mm. So when I moved out and had my own place, after a couple months, I noticed Bergeron seemed pretty lonely. He had 2 female buddies before. So, well, thank you, Steve. So I got this little girl right here is now a big tank.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is Marchand. So I got her to, I thought was another boy to keep him company. And it took about a week for them to, you know, become best friends. It was a tense week, that's for sure.
what did you do to integrate Marshawn in with uh oh my gosh, how did I forget your hockey player, other hockey
Bergeron.
Bergeron,
Yeah.
yes.
Basically, I just let them do their things. Like he had his cat tree. So if he wanted to get away from her, he would go high
Okay.
and he would observe from up high while she did, kitten things. And then eventually, he got a little more curious and, a lot of little hissing back and forth. And, he whacked her a few times. So, no, none of that. And eventually, one day, it's just, I came out from my room, went into the living room, and they were both curled up together on the blanket in the windowsill.
Aw.
So it's like, oh, I guess you're friends now.
And have they been friends ever since, or did they ever go back to smacking each other, or
Oh,
is that phase of the cat stuff, is that done, or
oh, that's long done. They're like
okay.
best pals now. The only time I ever had an incident was actually when I moved a couple months ago. Uh, I bought this like kind of backpack cat carrier. It's like a two-tier, and I didn't secure, like I didn't zip up the tier properly, and I didn't realize it through all the chaos of moving and everything. And then what ended up happening was the one cat dropped down into the other one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and yeah, they scrapped like hard, and that's the only time they fought. But now they're best friends again.
Well, then that's yeah. I mean, sometimes you get a little cat fight. I mean, we all do, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they are
yeah.
cats after all. I mean, I've grown up, and sometimes I still get in a little spicy action. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
fair enough.
Yeah.
You guys, if you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. This is a featured pet show. If you guys don't know 10, hit him with a favorite, okay? And we're here talking about his pets, Bergeron and
Marshawn.
Marshawn. And there are two cats, you guys, he got them. So if you got time, stick around, hang out. This is Bergeron, right?
No, this is Marshawn.
This is Marshawn. You guys,
Bergeron.
I know they're named after hockey players for the Bruins, y'all. Isn't that so cute? And while you're at it, make sure you favorite each other here and hit the people with some favorites as well as 10 too,
Listen to you. You want to talk though? You want to purr for him?
Oh, can you hear him? I can totally hear him purring. 10.
Yeah. I was holding her up to the microphone so she could motor right in there. I got treats. That's the only reason why she's hanging out with me.
I
She's a
like
glutton.
that. I do that too when people feed me. Just anyways, so I'm sorry, I'm being
That's
silly.
okay.
So how long have you had both of them for then?
Ooh, Bergeron I got in 2020
Okay.
and Marshawn 2021. So we're looking at they're 5 and 4 now.
Right. Yeah. So you've had them for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, did you ever have cats before then or no?
I've usually grown up with cats.
Okay, so you were always a cat lover?
Yeah, I mean, I've had dogs for a brief period of my time in my life. I do like dogs as well. I'm not a fan of the small ones though.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you like the kitty more than the bow wow, but you like
yeah,
both of them, so that's good.
yeah.
What if so? Does Bergeron or Marshawn have any like bad habits that just really like as cats really annoy you?
Bergeron, since I moved, has picked up a habit of crying. I'm surprised he's not doing it now,
Like
but
whimpering or just
just
complaining?
whining for some reason. Like there's like at one point, well, football mom was a regular in my stream. She's like, "It sounds like your cat's really sick or something." I'm like, "No, he's just being a pain in the ass." Like I don't know what's wrong and why it started, but I'd say like other than that, like not really. I mean, they're pretty well behaved cats. I've spent the time with them. Taught them right from wrong without, being like nasty about it. Like some people might think you have to do. It's like, no, it's just, you kind of got to treat them like a kid in a way at
Yeah.
times, and then they learn. So,
So you use the water bottle? No, just kidding.
no, I've never used a water bottle on them. Like, I'm almost tempted to try it on Bergeron with his meowing, just to see if that'll knock it off. But other than that, no, it's just spending time with them, telling them to get down, if they don't listen, just go over and down, put them down on the floor, like, or, if they learn, it's like, okay, if I come towards them, I must not be happy, so I'll get down. Just, I don't know, positive, I guess, reinforcement as well.
I
You
mean,
know,
I'm a huge fan of that as well. That's a good idea. Having treats, you can manipulate the kitties to do what you want.
yeah.
I mean, what's your favorite part about having both, Bergeron and Marchand in your home? Like, you've had them for 5 years. You got them during the pandemic, right? Like, what's your favorite part about being a cat or pet owner?
Well, I mean, it's like when I'm out for long periods of time, for example, like I come home, it's like they both seem very excited to see me, which, seems strange for cats. So usually cats are like, they don't care. It's like, oh yeah, there's a person that feeds me, cleans my, like, my box. Okay, good, you're alive, right? But I don't know. It's like they both just seem generally happy to see me. People have made comments because, like, they see me in my stream, and like I start talking to my cats. Like, who are you talking to? I'm like, I'm talking to the cat. They're like, why are you talking to a cat? I go, well, it doesn't talk back, but it understands what I'm saying in a sense. It feels that acknowledgement. It's like same thing. Like I do a lot of watch YouTube stuff like that, and I learned that like when cats meow, that's their way of communicating with us. They don't meow to each other. You hear them, they make that little like trilly kind of noise. That's what they do when they're communicating. So it's like I figure if you're gonna meow at me, then yeah, I'll talk to you.
So, can you give us an example of how you're talking back to them? Like, no
Well, I
idea.
won't like. Well, it's not
Like,
like I'm talking like.
are you like,
No, it's just I'll be like, oh,
or
who's
like, what is happening over there at your house?
oh, okay, I startled her. You want a treat? No? Yeah,
I'm
okay, never
trying
mind.
to get him to speak some cat to me, y'all. So,
No, it's not that I like speak cat. I just like I talk to him like, hey, Marshawn, what are you doing?
oh,
Are
okay,
you
you
doing
like
cat
just have,
things? Like,
okay.
yeah, and
You're not
sometimes
speaking like cat.
no,
You're speaking like English. Okay, got you.
just talking to with them in a nice, friendly tone.
Got
Calm. Like, and I've noticed like in my experience with pets as well, it's like they react more to your tone than what you're saying. Like my mother's dog, for example, I used to like mess around, be like, oh, who's a bad boy? Who's a bad boy? Oh, who needs a smack? Who's been up to no good? Yeah, who needs to go to a new home? We should send you the. And he's like wagging his tail, all excited, right? And I'm like, watch this. I'm good dog, good dog. The dog's like, oh, like, what are you doing? Right? So it's just it's. I think it's more they just appreciate tone and the
yeah.
fact that you're addressing them as well.
No,
They're
it's
not just
completely
you
fair.
know they're 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 alive. They're not possessions. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, and I do think that's a great way to look at it.
Mm.
What have you learned about yourself by becoming a pet owner?
Mm. What have I learned about myself? I guess
Yeah. What do you, what
I
do
do
you
have
think you
patience. I mean, I guess I learned that around humans too, but just if it came down to it, and I don't have any kids, if it came down to ever having to take care of a child someday, I think I'd be able to handle it just based on the fact that I'm able to take care of these pets. You know,
Fair enough. So, yeah. I mean, it's a good stepping stone for sure,
mm, yeah.
absolutely. And I'm here for it. I think it is a good place to get your foot towards that like responsible pet ownership,
Mhm.
absolutely. Um, what's your favorite thing to do with Marchand and Bergeron?
Well, I do enjoy, you know, feeding them treats because they seem very excited for that stuff. Just had a lot of fun over the last few years figuring out what toys they like the best as well. Um, Marshawn, for example, I have this kind of like this mouse that does these like little squeaky noises on this like string, and I've had it for since she was a kitten. I refuse to get rid of it because she it's like she's bonded with the mouse. It's weird. Um, But then, yeah, definitely laser pointer. That's always a go-to with them, especially when they have like the zoomies going on. They want to run around. It's like, yeah, get out the laser pointer, make them run, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, now they're chilling and snoozing. They're not like tearing up the furniture and jumping all over the place and crashing into things.
I
So
mean, I like it. I mean, it sounds like a bad habit. Do what they have any bad, do they have any bad habits that you're just like, this is just besides the meowing that you're like, I regret this day?
mm, honestly, I can't say there's anything. Like when Marshawn was little, she used to have it jump up into the freezer.
What?
Yep.
In the
When she
freezer?
when she was in her first year or 2 years old, I'd like open up the freezer, get something out, say like, I wouldn't shut the freezer behind me because I knew I was getting something else out. Grab the one thing, turn around, all of a sudden the cat's up, trying to like see what's going on in the freezer. Yeah, you. There you are. You're back for more. Yeah. Oh,
And that was Marshawn who
yeah.
liked
This
to do that?
that would me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just
little stinker. She loves food. Human food as well. If I leave something unattended, I'll see cat bites out of it.
what?
Yep.
Just takes a little nibble of your snacks?
Yeah.
Just if it's, oh boy.
Yeah.
Have you ever like started missing like a steak or something? You know how dogs swipe?
No, nothing that serious. No, I won't say unfortunately. You know better.
I will say
Yeah.
this, Chuck Norris does this as well. My cat, and he like will hop up on the table and just take a piece of steak and run off with it. It's
That's
very
funny.
annoying. Very annoying. If you guys are just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. This is 10. Hit him with a favorite. This is a pet show. Feel free to ask him questions about his two cats if you'd like. If you're just getting here, welcome in. It's good to see you. And please make sure you hit 10 with the favorite, and all of the gifters favorite each other in the comments too. All right, let's come up with this thing. Where do your kitty cats sleep at 10? Do they sleep with you, or
Oh yeah.
where, like, do they fight over position? Like, where
No.
is it, in the bed or on top your face? Like, what my cats like to sleep like right here.
Bergeron, he will sleep at the foot of the bed. That's his spot. He likes to be down, far enough away from me, but close enough. Marshawn, on the other hand, she'll cuddle up with me. She'll sleep anywhere from like around here down to my knee.
Oh, so they're
Yep.
like bumped up into you if possible.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
and they, I don't know. It's just these are the first two cats that actually slept with me in my life. Usually, it's like so it's not a bad thing. It kind of sucks sometimes in the summer. It's hot. You don't want some little portable friggin' heater all snuggled up against you. It's like, get off me, cat. But I don't mind it. It's very convenient in the wintertime. Like Marshawn, uh, it's almost like I have her trained now. And like when I curl on the bed in the winter and the bed's really cold, she'll
Mhm.
come up and I'll like pull the comforter open, like up, and she'll crawl inside and snuggle up inside beside me, and then like warm me up, which is kind of neat.
Aw, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
And then eventually, she'll want out, so I'll just let her out, and then she'll sleep on top of the blanket. Yeah, she's an interesting cat, that's for sure.
I mean,
Um,
that's so sweet. I mean, you okay, so do they go to the groomers or anything, or do you like they get
no,
showered, or do they just like clean each other, or
they clean each other. I also will brush them,
okay, gotcha.
and like it's especially like one time when coats change and all that. It's like, well, if I don't brush them, then it's fur all over my bed, fur all over everything, fur all over my clothes. Though if I leave anything open that's got clothes in it, it's Bergeron makes a bed out of it. Yeah, so it's
Oh.
like, and I pull out my black pants, and all of a sudden it's like, oh Jesus Christ, it's just fur coated, right? So that's why I try to brush them as much as I can to try to avoid that kind of stuff. Because these, those lint rollers are, getting a little pricey nowadays.
Yeah, they're no longer a dollar. They're a dollar 25, you know.
Exactly. And
At
that
the dollar
inflation.
store, you got to go off. Now everything's 25% more, you know.
Yeah,
Um, I'm joking.
it's all good.
What's the strangest thing about either one of them? Like, they have anything that's just out there?
Well, Bergeron, I mean, I find it's more fascinating than strange. We'll take a cat treat, for example, and I can say he's sitting like, 5, 10 feet across the room, toss it in his general direction, and he will catch it with his two paws, put it in his mouth, and start eating it before his two paws end up on the floor.
What?
Yeah. It's like
Wow.
almost he was. I joke that I was training him as a kitten to be a goalie because I used to toss treats at him, and he used to stop them, block them all, and stuff like that. It was kind of neat. So thank you for the rose.
He's like a
So yeah,
wide receiver almost or
yeah,
something, right? Like,
pretty much. I
I
wish I could
mean,
get him on, show you him, but he's very, yeah, he doesn't like being held.
no, that's okay. Don't get scratched, We're
I'm
good.
just,
It's okay. Got to at least meet Marshawn.
I mean, I got one other possibility.
Oh, I like do the sound lures them into the come to me.
Well, this treat here, it looks like almost like a pepperoni stick.
Oh yeah, it does.
And like they got these little like notches here in it. Oh, sorry, if I show too close, it goes away. I just
Oh
break off little pieces like from the notch,
yeah.
and I feed it to them. And
And
like
you're
it
like,
does like with everything but tasting it myself, it feels like one of those like red hots, like pepperoni
oh,
sticks. That's what it feels that like it looks like it feels like to me. And even when I break it, it kind of has that same kind of. There's Bergeron. Yeah, I got out the meat stick. You heard me open it.
oh, so it's kind of like a Slim Jim for cats.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, bet. Like I was trying to think like how does that work with them? I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, but I break off little pieces for them and just kind of hold it up, and they take it right out of my hand.
Very nice. Like I've never tried to give like anything like this to Chuck Norris or Binka. So it's very clever that it works. I'm definitely here for it. Um, are these the only pets you have inside your house, 10, or do you have other pets too?
These are the only two pets inside the house.
Okay, bet. And then
Mm.
what what's the best part about being their owner? Like if you were to pick something, what's the very best?
I mean, I just that's a tough question to answer, really. I mean, I just like how unique these guys are, and it would like kind of kill me if I ever had to get rid of them for any reason. It's I never thought being a pet owner would be this kind of experience because I guess when all my experience watching other people with their pets, uh, I don't think they put the amount of time and attention into it. Like that picture that got sent with the other cat that was on my shoulder, like you're probably thinking, well, whose cat was that? Right? That's my mother's cat, and
Oh, okay.
it, I used to spend so much time when that cat was a kitten, if I was visiting, just playing with her and everything, that she just bonded to me.
Mm.
And she'd like sit up on my shoulder and stuff like that. And like I moved away from where like they were up in Owen Sound. That's where I used to live. And anytime I go visit, like she would come running from wherever she was to be all excited to see me. And I think it was bonding with that cat is really what made me decide I got to get my own. Yeah.
Oh, that's such an incredible story as well. I mean,
Thank
cats
you.
have a very keen sense of smell, so
Yeah.
it's not.
Mhm.
It's absolutely so endearing. I want to like ask you about when you stream on the
Mhm.
platform too, before we run out of time as
Yeah, not a
well.
problem.
And tell us a little bit about when you're streaming on the platform with Marshawn and Bergeron, and like, do the cats ever come out to play in your stream? Like, what happened? What are you doing over there?
Lately I do a lot of streaming. Actually outdoors because the weather's nice, so the cats don't get featured too often.
Gotcha.
Um, in the past, like I would have them up and I'd show them off sometimes. Uh, lately again with Bergeron's whining like he does, and I guess that's him featuring himself in the stream when I'm on, crying like he does. But yeah, other than that, yeah, they make appearances here and there. But
That
a lot of the times is when I am streaming, it's got a bunch of people in the guest box. We're all having a good chat, having a good time. It's sometimes the cats just don't get noticed, unfortunately.
right? They
That
want you to pay attention to them for sure.
I
They're
think that might be part of why he does cry. Is it's like he wants my attention. All right, you feeling
I mean,
brave? You
I
want to
do
come
that
up?
as well. I mean, I don't have an owner, but sometimes when I want attention from my daughters, I'll be like, "Your mother misses you." It seems to be effective. They will call back. I mean, like whether it was the right way or not, it was the way in which it was done. So there's that. I mean, and when do you stream? Like, what days of the week? What time are you on?
I don't have a set schedule. I'm just usually sporadic. Like right now, trying to figure out something where I have my own kind of like game show theme going on, and I'm putting time into that as well as like getting my life sorted. I've just moved to where I am now a couple months ago, so I got a lot to figure out while I'm here as well. But when I figure out what I want to do with that show, I think that's when I'm going to start having a more set schedule. But right now, it's just I spend more time I think bouncing around other people's streams as well, trying to make friends, meet people, because it's only been probably about 3 months since I came back on to Meet Me after a long hiatus. Like a lot of people, they came in during the COVID break, and like I grew pretty popular during the COVID break, and then all of a sudden it was just like, eh, this isn't for me anymore. And, you know, I kind of fell into the drama part of things, and it wasn't worth it anymore. So, and now I'm trying to make a comeback to be a little more positive and have a little better experience.
Yeah, and
Mm.
we love that you brought yourself back to the platform. Okay, we are welcoming you back with big
Thank you.
arms. Okay, and if you guys haven't favorited 10, please make sure you click on his name, hit him with the favorite. It is free. Okay, it is free. And if is there anything you want to tell us about your kitty cats that I maybe have forgot to ask you about before I have Cats Roar come and do Pets in the News with us?
Well, if I want to be a smart ass, my cats are Stanley Cup champions. How about yours?
With the Bruins?
Yes. And I'm a two-time champion. I won this year.
That is
Hey.
Tom Vogue's cat talk. Okay, cat talk. I mean smack talk. I meant smack talk. Sorry. I mean, I'm here for it. Well, thank you so much, Ten,
Yeah,
for
you're welcome.
bringing the kitties on and being our special guest tonight. And
Oh,
it was nice that we all got a chance to get to know you just a little
yes.
bit more and your pets as well. And
Thank you.
so I'm so happy that you brought them on with you tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for the gifts. It was I appreciate it very much, and I appreciate the time here and the spotlight. So I look forward to seeing your next show.
Thank you so much, Ten.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
that's what's up. Okay.
All
Um,
right.
you have a good night.
Thanks.
I'll I will, I don't know. I don't know how I can, there we go. I got you. I got you. Okay. It took me a minute to figure it out. Sorry. You know me. If you know, you know. Okay. Kitty is imperfect. All right. Y'all, if you're still in here, I want you to know the next part of our show this week is called Pets in the News. And Cat's Roar scours the internet. Yeah. I mean, and she brings us interesting stories to share with the entire Meet Me community, you guys. So if you don't have a favorite, make sure you hit her with a favorite. But also, make sure you would stick around for the next 15 to 20 minutes so you can hear about what's new in the cat world. Or not pet cat world, the pet world. Sorry. I got cats on my mind tonight. It's not my fault. Okay. Hi, cats.
Happy Monday, everybody. Um, I don't know if I do have some, well, kind of cat news, but I would say I got some news that kind of covers all different animals. But
Ooh,
let's
so
start
great.
with, does anybody in the audience or in the chat, do you let your pet ride in the car with you, whether it's your cat, your dog, your guinea pig, and they just kind of have free for all in the car? Anybody do that? Just
I
curious.
mean, I do put my pets in the car with me in a carrier.
Okay, that's
In
good.
a
That's
in
good.
a carrier. But yes, they do go in the car, cats, and I do take them, they hate going in the car. That's probably why I don't do it more. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, I think, I mean, I used to have dogs that would love to ride in the car. They would hang their heads out the window and have a good old time. But the truth is that it's really kind of dangerous to transport your pet in the car, just like it would be dangerous to perhaps transport a child that wasn't restrained, in some way, whether that be in a car seat or with a seatbelt on.
Oh
So
boy.
when you think about pet safety, I know a lot of us might go for long drives, long rides, and we enjoy the company that our pets bring us, so we bring them along. But we also know that something like distracted driving, for example, is
Ooh.
something that accounts for deaths and injuries in the thousands every year. And in truth, pets are part of those injuries and deaths. So, a sudden stop can turn your beloved dog or cat into a projectile. It's not funny, but pets don't have obviously the wherewithal to say, "Oh, I better brace myself. We're getting into a crash." And not that we do all the time either, but certainly they don't have the ability to predict any of that because it is so unpredictable. Um, the other thing to think about that veterinarians warn about are airbags. We know that airbags are there for our safety, and as technology gets better in vehicles with side airbags and things like that, even we as human beings can get injured by airbags, even though they're saving our lives. So, think about those airbags deploying on your pet, especially if they're not restrained in any way. That could be more dangerous than we probably think about, especially if your pet rides in the front seat because of the way that the front airbags deploy. So just something to think about there.
No,
And this
that's
is
so
not to be
valid
Debbie
too.
Downer.
No, I think that's so valid, especially coming into the winter months and stuff. It's going to be tempting for people to go for more car rides, maybe with their pets, because they can't get walked as much and stuff. So I think it's
Absolutely.
a good reminder that, yeah, they can't be really like secured in the same way as a baby or an infant. And if they're, there are all some things to consider. Yeah, absolutely, cats.
And also think about outside of your car. So for that dog, and like I said, I'm certainly guilty of it myself, that dog that loves to hang their head out the window, or a cat that likes to put their face out the window. Animals have jumped out of vehicles. Again, I've actually witnessed that myself, not my own pet. And it was horrific to the point that I was crying, and it wasn't even, my pet. Or even just like projectiles or things that are in the air could get into your pet's eyes, in their mouth. So, just something to think about. Kitty, you made a good point in saying that you use a carrier for your pet. And, as we know, pet supplies and pets are big business. So there are a lot of things out on the market,
Right.
you know, in every price range you can imagine, from everything from like booster seats and car seats for pets, special seat belts, special carriers. So, you know, really the best advice, you can always consult your veterinarian if you have questions about what might be best for your pet, but something is always going to be better than nothing. And it doesn't matter if you're just taking a quick ride to the corner store or you're going on a 500-mile ride, it really just takes a second. So I just wanted to share that, just as you mentioned, as the weather getting colder, and perhaps icier, you know, we tend to see some more accidents. So.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's completely valid. What else do you got, cats?
So we know that's, I'm about to say spring. Fall is right around the corner in just about 2 weeks. And many of us, or maybe some folks don't know, that pumpkin obviously is very popular in the fall, but it's also, thank you, it's also a very popular food, if you will, to provide to our pets, all different kinds of pets, actually. You know, it has a lot of fiber in it and a lot of nutrients, but there are some do's and don'ts of giving your pets pumpkin snacks.
Oh, let's hear
Um,
those, especially because a lot of times we hear pumpkin is okay for both cats
mhm.
and dogs. And so, and it's in a lot of pet food. Pumpkin
It isn't.
is in a lot of both dog and cat food, both. I think it's
Absolutely.
because there are some parasitic properties to pumpkin
Mhm.
and like anti-parasitic properties. So I kind of wondered if that was the reason. But let's hear what you have to tell us about pumpkin and how to be safe.
Sure. So as I mentioned, it's very rich in fiber. So probably something that's used for a lot across the board. It's like for pets with upset stomachs, or if you have an ill pet that you're giving a lot of medication, pumpkin can be a nice additive that's usually pretty harmless, but helpful for those pets. It's also very rich in key nutrients like vitamin A, which again helps with digestion and overall health. But you know, veterinarians warn that not all pumpkin products are created the same. They're not created equal. So canned pumpkin puree, which is popular, you might make pumpkin pies yourself or something like that, with no added sugars and spices, is certainly safe for most pets. But remember, no sugar or spices. So you have to make sure that you're buying the plain Jane pumpkin filling for your pet. They say that it can also be helpful with also constipation and diarrhea in pets. But things like pumpkin pie filling, spice lattes, or baked goods can actually be harmful. So just a couple of things, as I mentioned, stick to the plain unsweetened, I'm sorry, my camera's just bouncing around. The unsweetened canned pumpkin or fresh. Keep portions small. So when you open that can of pumpkin, it doesn't matter if you have a Great Dane or if you have a 6-month-old kitten, you have to really keep those portions small for those pets. A teaspoon for a small dog or cat, and a few tablespoons for large dogs. So giving them more doesn't necessarily mean they're going to reap more of a benefit. In fact, it might have the opposite effect and give them more diarrhea or other digestive issues.
Oh, that is
Um,
good to know because like we are underneath the assumption they can have, like give them a pumpkin
like,
if
why
they like,
not?
but if you give your dog too much pumpkin or your cat, it's gonna be messy.
Or they're going to have the pumpkin farts, to be quite honest. So
Yeah.
don't do it.
Or it's just gonna
um,
be smelly cat, smelly cat.
as I mentioned, you know, beware of the spices that are usually added with pumpkin. You know, nutmeg, allspice, and added sugars can be toxic and certainly unhealthy for your pet. Um, you know, pumpkin, another kind of creative way, if you will, to give your dog pumpkin is to put it like make your own biscuits or treats for your cats and dogs or other pets. So, you know, that's a very healthy way of doing it. I know you can pretty easily find a recipe online, I'm sure. And you can even make like frozen treats. So if your pet, you know, it tends to enjoy frozen treats, you can add some pumpkin to it. So, you know, some pets are picky eaters. So while you might want them to have the pumpkin, they might say no thanks. And then, you know, that might be a creative way to get them to actually eat it.
I like that. I mean, that might be a creative way to get me to eat more pumpkin. I mean, besides the
I don't
fact
like it
that
myself.
Starbucks did in fact release their new pumpkin chai. So if you are a Starbucks fan, I also, you know, enjoyed one maybe this last weekend.
I'm just not a pumpkin fan. I try, but I'm just not. I mean, I like to decorate a pumpkin, but I'm not one to eat it. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, I just lost my train of thought. I don't know. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Another fun fact about pumpkin that has nothing to do with pets, but it does have to do with humans. Did you know that pumpkin is an aphrodisiac? Interesting fact.
Mm.
I did not know that, and I don't know why that's true, but I knew that that's true. I read about it. No,
I'm
not from
gonna go
personal
get some
experience.
pumpkin right now. Let's.
I have a little pumpkin behind my ears.
I
Right
gotta
now.
go get some pumpkin catsup.
Okay, so my last kind of not an article, but just kind of information that I pulled together is kind of what's trending in the pet industry right now.
Oh.
So something I feel like we've been talking about most weeks in some fashion, pet humanization is the trend that is just blowing up. And essentially, I think from your guest this evening, I certainly felt it and heard it, is that people are treating their pets more like family members than ever before. You know, it's not just they don't own their pet is part of their family. So of course, companies and big business are kind of jumping on that bandwagon, which makes sense. But you know, consumers are willing to even spend more on things like healthcare, experiences for their pets, very similarly to what they would do for their family members. So this has really led to a rise in premium and human grade pet products, specialized pet services, even pet focused social media that we've talked about before. And while it strengthens the human animal bond, it also raises questions, they say, about the potential impact on a pet's well-being, their natural behavior, and things like that.
Mm.
So what it means for pets and their owners, you know, for family members, basically owners are increasingly viewing their pets as family members, as I said, with many referring to themselves as pet parents. Increased spending. So again, people are pulling money out of their wallet. This evolving relationship has significantly boosted spending on pet products and services, with owners willing to allocate more of their household income to their pets. Human-like care, so pets are given specialized attention, diets, even experiences that were traditionally reserved for humans. So it's, I mean, and it's, you know, as we're saying this, I'm like, oh, I can think of, you know, some examples of that. We talked about premium products. So I think at one point we were talking about, this is a while ago, like having a bed for your pet, you know what I mean? Where I go to Amazon, I get one, you know, that's on sale because she eats her bed every couple months. But you know, you could go and buy a, you know, $1,200 Louis Vuitton pet bed. You know, there are high-end products that are being created similarly or sometimes nicer than what we have as humans, you know, whether that's in pet-friendly vacations, doggy daycares, you know, human grade pet foods, supplements for anxiety and sleep. So there's also a lot of research and science that's going into producing some of these products.
And I don't even know if that surprises me. I mean, we do talk about like things like this, but the world's richest cat is named Nala. And imagine this, y'all, but the net worth of this cat named Nala is $100 million. So Are they going to dress their pet in Louis Vuitton? More than likely, right? Or something like that. Maybe Poochie. I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, my theory is my dog's not getting a Louis Vuitton scarf before I do. That's all I'm saying. We can share.
I know, and it's wild because like this cat Nala is like the number one cat followed cat in oh my, thank you so much. Most followed cat on Instagram, you know. It's a big deal, like, right?
Absolutely.
So, and tell us more. Thank you.
Just a couple other things. They talk about brand crossovers, which I think we see that a lot in a lot of different markets, but now those brands are crossing over to the pet market, whether it's fashion and grooming companies. I mean, you can go, I've seen like pet, like shampoos and conditioners from high-end hair brand, you know, human hair brands. But definitely, you know, they're offering like full lines of pet products that's really starting to blur that human and pet care line. I guess that the downside, or what I've read about the downside of it, they're talking about health impacts. So, you know, even well-intentioned pet owners might be using products, like for example, feeding your pet human food. There are good things and bad things to feed your pet that's considered human food. But you know, I'll give you an example. There's a woman that I follow on TikTok. Her name is Becca Bloom, and she's an extremely wealthy person. Her and her husband are extremely wealthy. They have a dog and a cat.